Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me for today's chair yoga flow. This will be a series of really great asanas and gentle, easy yoga poses to help you relieve tension and tightness through the spine, but mainly focusing on that low back hip area. So go ahead, grab your chair. Blocks and straps, if you have them, may come in handy today, but really the only thing that you need for today's flow is your chair and a little bit of space to move. Let's go ahead and get on into the flow right now. We're going to start here with our practice today, really focusing on our breathing as we move through some of these yoga poses. We'll be using the breath to expand open the lungs and the diaphragm, really stretching open those back muscles without incorporating a lot of movement. Before we get started, I do really want to caution you that if you are currently experiencing low back, sciatic pain, joint pain in through the hips or the sacroiliac joint, really listen to your body today. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is rest, relax, and possibly ice those sore areas. So if you get any sort of indication that movement today is not a good fit for your body, please be willing to listen to your body and give it the rest that it needs. All right, if you're feeling a little bit of that back tension, you're probably like, come on, let's go. We'll get there, I promise. Scoot those hips to the back of your chair and let your spine fall to the rest on the back of the seat. We're going to fold those hands here over the lap. They could be crossed, hanging onto the arms. And I want you to let all of the core muscles go. Let the shoulders rest and relax from the ears. And you may find that maybe you're holding on to a little bit more tension than you realized. Take a few breaths here to tap into all of that, letting it go. And then I'm going to have you can close your eyes, leave them opened. You're gonna inhale and think about expanding open through the middle of the back. Feeling everything expand open. And then exhale, it just softly falls back into place. The breath isn't coming really high into the shoulders. You shouldn't feel the shoulders rising on the breath. And you also shouldn't feel the low belly start to really pooch out as we take that breath in. It's through the rib cage. And just the simple act of breathing through the rib cage and finding that nice opening in the back might in itself feel like a really amazing stretch. And if you're not finding a stretch there just yet, be patient. I promise we will get to those. Great job here. Let's go ahead and follow through with one more breath. Feel the back open and stretch. And then exhale, let it release. Great job there. Let's go ahead on our next inhale. Again, rise off the chair, but try to find that back expansion here. Taking those arms up, and then exhale, forward fold. We're going to stop really conservative here, taking the forearms onto the tops of the thighs, and maybe those hips tilt forward just slightly. So you want to make sure that you're not arching into the low back here. You're not really slouching either, just a nice soft curve through that spine. Release tension from the neck and the shoulders, pressing the feet into the floor, giving you a little counter push here. Great place to focus on that back expansion, breathing, letting everything open up there. Like I said, the lungs are going to do us a world of favor today. One more breath there. And then slowly start to restack the spine and roll it back up to the top. Shoulder roll here, up, all the way down, all the way back. We're going to take a reverse roll here. You can be seated facing forward here. I'm going to stay to the side just so that if you need to take a peek, you can really see what I have going on. Tuck the chin and send the head back just a little bit as you continue to tuck forward, and then rolling down through the neck, through the shoulders, down through the arms. Wherever you start to feel that pull in the low back, that's where I want you to pause. So we're not going to try to go into really big movements today. Just, right there, it's a little sticky. I feel tension. That's where you're going to hang out. So maybe that's back, 2 forearms onto the thighs, or maybe you go just a little bit further. Press those feet into the floor, engage through the core muscles, and inhale. As you roll it back up, let's take another one just like that. So starting with the chin tuck, rolling down through the spine. Stopping where we feel tension and tightness and trying to relax in that place. On your next inhale, press those feet into the floor. Use the core muscles, not the low back, to bring yourself back up. Great job here. Let's take a few shoulder rolls up and back. Great job. Try to find the positioning of the hips where they're not pushing really far forward and they're not slouching back either. Right in the center there. Great job. We'll go one more shoulder roll here. Inhale, not up into the shoulders, but into the back. And then exhale, turn those hands off to the right. And we're going to sneak this left hand down the side of the right leg as much as we can without letting those legs go with us. Great job here. Neck, head, just turn towards the direction of this movement, keeping the spine in place here. Reconnect to breathing into the middle of the back here. Watch for the shoulders rising or deep belly breathing. Back to the center and give me a little shimmy here. Upper body, so not through the hips. Knees and hips should not be moving. It's right here, right to the center. Any sort of warning signals, smaller movement, or skip this. We'll bring it back to the center. Take a nice breath in. And then as you exhale, hands will reach off to the left. Same thing here. Could be different. You could move a different amount of space and distance on this side. Reaching the right hand down to the left as much as we can, feeling where that tension stops us before it becomes pain, and then just relax there. Breathe into the back. And on your next inhale, bring it back up to the center. Great job there. Come tall through the upper body, but not pushing those hips forward. And then let's exhale, forward fold here. Maybe finding just a little more movement before we feel the edge of the stretch. Push those feet into the floor to bring yourself back up. And we're gonna go ahead and connect our back to the backrest on the chair. Let those hips slide forward. Great job there. We'll draw this right knee up and we don't want to go for a whole big yank here, but just bring it up just a little bit, getting a nice curve through that seat, or if it's available, you can cross it right over here and allow yourself to soften and relax. Breathe into the back. Look for that opening and then a gentle fall. Very good. If you are holding your leg here, go ahead and cross it over the top of the left leg. Now, scoot those hips back just a little bit, and we're going to take a seated figure 4 stretch. So your right hand is going to go in between these legs. Left hand will come on down underneath, and you can just hug that left thigh. If that doesn't work for you, just go ahead and rest the hands here on the top. Make sure you're not pushing this leg down. Just a little bit of extra weight is okay. Breathe into your back here. And then push from that left foot to roll it on up. Send that right leg down. Hips come forward just a little bit, and we will guide this left leg up. Great job here. If you would like, you can cross it over. If it's uncomfortable, bring it back here. I'm a good example of it working on one side but not the other. Hold it here. Breathe into your back space here, opening, creating space. Even if it's the middle back, creating space here will allow for low back space to open and release as well. I think it's a better strategy to work on the surrounding areas of pain and tension rather than working where we're feeling the pain. If something is powerful enough to help, it can also be harmful. So getting into the surrounding areas is a little more cautious in approach, but it does work. If you have that left leg and you're guiding it up and in, go ahead and cross it over now. You can send those hips back if needed. Allow that leg to fall. And then figure 4 stretch here, reaching through. Opposite side. Reach the left arm through. Gently grab onto the right thigh or resting those hands on top. Focus on finding that breath that creates space here through the back. And then go ahead, push from that right foot to send it on up. We will go ahead and close today's practice the same way that we opened it. Allow yourself to fall into a comfortable position. Look for where you're hanging on to tension and tightness in the body. It might not just be in the low back. Allow yourself to fall into a comfortable place here and breathe nice and easy. On your next breath in, draw in a little more air, a little bit extra. And focus on expanding through the back. And then let's go ahead and just let that fall, emptying out of us. Nice and easy. One more here. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, bring yourself on up. And then exhale. Small bow forward today into Namaste, honoring the beauty in yourself and everyone else that has joined us for this quick yoga practice. Chances are you ended up here because you're experiencing a little bit of tension and stiffness through the low back, hips, or through that sciatica area. So I definitely hope that this helped. I hope that you feel better. And when you feel up for it, join me for some of our other great workouts. Lots of good options here. It's easier to find those if you are subscribed. Click that button before you head out today. If you already have, thank you so much. And of course, thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys again very soon for the next workout.